Hi everyone, I am so excited about this live stream. We have Dr. Rodney Bowling in the house from TCAR RareLabs, Austin, Texas, and it's an honor to have him here in this space. When I told him about the launch of Sasha, the coin that I've launched to raise enough to save my daughter, Rodney was so supportive. If I go into what he said to me, I'll probably burst out crying, and I've got to hold it together. So I'm going to not tell you what he said to me, but it was so beautiful. And we are going to jump straight in. We've also got Casey McPherson here, who is TCAR RareLabs is the brainchild of Casey McPherson, who he has a rare disease daughter, and he's on a mission to save her as well. And thank you for being here, Casey, because as a rare dad, having you here today, it gives me the support that I need to be able to tell the story and, you know, just dive straight in and try and raise this money for our girls. So thank you so much for being here.
We're behind you, Nadine. This is great.
It's Absolutely. Yeah, I'm really blessed to have people here today that are so supportive. I've also got Molecular here, who's a new friend that from the community, the amazing community that I created around the Sasha coin now, and she herself is a scientist. She has been a support since the launch of the coin, and I always like to have, you know, other scientists in the room because collaboration is key. I think when it comes to curing rare disease, transparency is very important. We also have Ethan from Curetopia here as well. And I honestly couldn't have launched this coin without meeting Ethan. I met him in Texas. I flew to Texas to see our laboratory in the flesh, and I attended the Rose Gala, which was an amazing event. And Casey, you did such an incredible job doing that for your sweet girl. So we also had a round table, and Ethan was there, and he was talking to me about Curetopia. And, you know, I know nothing about crypto at all, but I remember him saying to me, crypto could be a way. And so I went away and I thought, right, let's look at these worlds. And as soon as I got back to Australia, I joined X and popped into Spaces and did a bit of research. And the way crypto works, the community, the degen community, the speed. And then you have the rare disease world where families need to cure their kids fast. You know, these diseases take and take and take. I thought, why not bring these two worlds together? See if crypto can be used for good. And you know what? It can. We're seeing it right now. So it's very exciting. Thank you for joining us, Ethan. So Rodney, we want to hear from you because you're the guest of honor here, and you're the hero working on.
Nadine, I'm honored to be here. You are fighting for your daughter. This is, I'm dwarfed by your mission and happy to help in any way.
Well, we couldn't do it without scientists like you. You know, like this is the whole mission of saving Sasha requires a complete pipeline from beginning to end, and you're at the beginning, and you know you're about to find Sasha's cure, which then needs to be safety tested. So you're playing a huge part in her future, and we're incredibly grateful for that. I have a question for you. So I reached out to TCAR RareLabs on LinkedIn. Totally random. I was on LinkedIn, and I have a great community on LinkedIn, and I saw the words Rare Lab. And I thought to myself, what's a Rare Lab? We don't have that here in Australia. you know, I was like, okay, I'm just going to send a message to these guys and see what happens. So I sent you guys a message, and you were so fast at replying. As soon as you knew that I was a parent trying to save their child, you replied. I think did we set our first meeting up like that, like a few hours later? I remember because I was
Yes.
sitting on this bed, and within like a couple of minutes of our conversation, Dave came into the room, and we were just floored by what was possible with science. And I just want to know, when you first saw Sasha's mutation, which we emailed you straight away, what convinced you that personalized therapy could work for her?
So first of all, I have 6 kids, and I just am. I have 6 healthy kids, and the idea that this could have been any one of them just lights an amazing fire under me. That has powered me through ups and downs and ins and outs of the rare biology, which is none of this is simple. All of this is new. When I saw Sasha's mutation, it was first of all very apparent that we were it. So more than my certainty that personalized medicine would work for her was my certainty that there was no other way. And add to that, she deserves a chance. And sorry, I'm stuck on words here. I'm a scientist. I'm good at many other things other than speaking.
No,
so
I understand.
I appreciate all of your patience as I stumble through this, but
it's okay. Take your time, Rodney.
It is. We have developed multiple ASOs. We will test those antisense oligos, a small 20 base pair piece of RNA in this case, that will bind the message and will block the aberrant splicing. And the idea is you block the aberrant splicing and force correct splicing.
Okay, so I'll break that down for the degens in this community. So basically, Sasha's genome has a mutation in it, and we're putting a puzzle piece over the top to correct it and make it perfect. Am I right?
Correct. We're blocking something that shouldn't be there.
Yeah. So that's going to be her cure. And you know, the research that goes into that, it sounds so simple, a puzzle piece going over the top, takes hours and hours and hours of repetitive work. And these guys, you know, they're just so patient driven. So if there are any families out there who are, after they see this and after we cure Sasha, are watching this and they think to themselves, I want to put a team together to save my child, always look for the patient-driven scientist. Never go with a scientist that wants only recognition or to write papers or whatever. You want to find people like TCAR RareLabs, like Rodney, who have the patient at the forefront of their mind. You know, we have an amazing global team that have achieved so much in their career. They're looking at this like humans. And Rodney,
Nadine, I would like to call out your amazing team there in Australia.
Big guns.
Laura Croft and Sue Fletcher there have done an amazing job laying the foundation so that I can come in with my team again, it's not just me. I have an amazing team here as well that are literally taking care of the cells 7 days a week, getting ready for this big ASO experiment. But none of this would have been possible without your amazing team there in Australia.
Yeah. I mean, they are absolutely incredible. And I remember when Sasha was diagnosed, Dave, you know, we just dropped everything, and he took the time. He studied the science of gene therapy and Sasha's disease. And thank goodness for Professor Sue Fletcher, because she basically took him under her wing and schooled him up. And that was a gift in itself, because Dave he's very active in helping the global team, but because it's not manageable all the time to do that as a parent of a high needs kid, we also have Professor Michael Wallach from the Stanford Spark program on our team, and he acts as a bit of a proxy and keeps the team on track, makes sure that it's all collaborative, and so it just can all come together. But the Australian team, Rodney, thank you. And yeah, you guys swooped in not that long ago. And the speed of which you guys work, when I saw the incubator spaces in Austin, I was totally blown away. It was like, hold on, these things actually exist. These places exist. We don't have that in Australia. Why not? I don't know. Yeah, we might be an island, but come on, like the kids in Australia and the rest of the world, not just in Austin, all matter. So these are all things that have to be improved. I mean, we're talking about gene therapy, and for me, when I think about the day that Sasha gets her treatment, is going to be one of the most exciting and frightening days. But I feel, and you know, just from what I know of the science, I'm not a scientist, guys, but a viral vector to me seems a little bit like just, I don't know, a bit riskier, because you get one shot at it. Is that right? Like you can't try it again. And yeah, so the treatment that Sasha's getting, an antisense oligonucleotide, is what NASO stands for, is safer because you can start low and then build up, right? So it's relatively safe to give.
So we design this from the beginning with known chemistry that is safe. You add that to a testing regimen where we go and put this into cell lines to make sure that we don't have a cytokine storm activated. Next, we go and put this into an animal model at a high dose to make sure that we don't have any acute tox. It's still possible. I really, really hope unlikely, but it's still possible that we could have an unforeseen consequence. But you start with an ASO, you're able to start low enough and walk Sasha onto it slowly enough that if you see that a side effect, you withdraw. And that's unfortunate. That sends us back to the drawing board. But if you have a side effect with a gene therapy, you're stuck with it. It's there. It's in every cell that it gets into, and you will forevermore have that consequence.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I actually love the concept of ASOs. I'm a huge fan of it if the mutation is compatible, and you know, I'd just love to see this happen for more and more kids. And so N of 1, for people that don't know what that term is, because I didn't know what it was before all of this, is a personalized medicine, basically. And this is very important because there are many, many, many children that get their diagnosis, they go to their doctor, just like what happened with Sasha, And the parents are told, I'm sorry, but there's no treatment and no cure. That is possibly one of the worst things for a parent to hear. That grief and that darkness of feeling so helpless, you can't help your child. You know, as a parent, I don't want to talk about it because it sucks. But, you know, the honest truth is that it's not true. There are ways of creating these treatments and cures. The healthcare system has to catch up. Yes, it takes money and it takes time and it takes grit. Okay, but if we can set up an N of one pipeline for those families that are have children that are so extremely rare, then those children deserve a chance at life. Okay, like this is a great opportunity, because once we prove that Sasha can be treated, then we can really take this anywhere. You know, we can set up. I already have the head of Sydney Children's Hospital Network who's applied for grants for precision pipelines. And, you know, we're not stopping with Sasha. Sasha is, yes, she's might be one of the first, and the Sasha coin will be the first cure coin, but it's not the last. And if we can figure out a way to help these families fund the research, the development, the safety testing, and get that cure into their kids, then that's what should happen, because every life matters. So, I mean, on that note, with families that come to a scientist, Rodney, and they, you know, and they say, we have this mutation, we need help saving our kid. I mean, you've seen it firsthand, the struggles that these families face. And I'm just wondering if an N of one pipeline is something that TCAR RareLabs have considered taking to, you know, to the broader world, and building labs, like putting a TCAR RareLab in Australia, let's say.
I was about to introduce Casey. It looked like he had to jump off, but Casey, his daughter Rosie, has a single base pair mutation. There are 3 other children, so a total of 4 Rosies in the world. And Casey was told, identical to you, the doctor didn't know what the gene was. How was Casey supposed to know what it did? He was told that there was no cure. And at the time, there wasn't a cure. Let's be very honest. It's only because of Casey's fight. It's only because, like David, Casey went out and learned what it was to beat this. Sasha has a mutation that I would go out on a limb and dare say she is the only one on this entire earth to have this mutation. This is a true N of one study. Rosie, the drug we came up with for Rosie, will likely help 500 children in the US, and that might be 5,000 children in the world. So there is potentially not very much of a market, but there is potentially some market.
That's 5,000 children that would have otherwise just had to be comfortable in life. And the families, the struggle, the grief. So Casey, I mean, that's amazing. 5,000 kids. I love it. Well, one day, you know, this is the future, and we will expand, we will grow. We're not going to stop here. And
so I very much feel like I'm riding his coattails. I'm riding his charisma as he goes through before us, and in many ways is the lightning rod that has prepared a path that has allowed us to. We're now serving 26 families, many of those with ASO applications. So Sasha is a true N of one. There is absolutely no market that would justify building. There's no money. There is no market that would justify making a treatment for one child. But that one child absolutely deserves a chance, deserves a shot.
Mm.
So I'm thrilled at the opportunity that this coin offers, Sasha.
Yeah, it's exciting, isn't it? When we had our Saving Sasha monthly meeting yesterday, sorry, every day is just blurring into one since the launch of this coin. Sorry, I did a little spiel on the coin, and it was so great to see how supportive the team was. So excited about that. Rodney, can we see some of these findings of yours? I'm dying to see them.
Sure. I opened up
I've got it here. I'll add it to stage.
Well, okay. So I need to, there we go. All right. So what I want you to see here is Sasha has a mutation here in column V. Sasha has a single base pair mutation, C to a T, in her message. What this does in the message is the first thing that I noticed is this is silent. It's the same exact amino acid. But what it has done is 6 base pairs upstream, it has created a cryptic splice site. So what has happened, the genome is organized into introns and exons. This is in the middle of an exon. An exon is a piece of DNA that encodes protein. What this has created is a splice site right in the middle of the exon that causes this exon to jump to the next, but it does so skipping all of the rest of this. Now, then the next thing that is very difficult to understand is DNA is encoded by 3 base pairs called a codon. And if you jump from this exon to the next out of order, you're very likely to jump out of order and lose your reading frame. Sorry, these are big words and complex words. All this to say, Sasha, when her genome jumps from one exon to the next, she loses that reading frame, and it destroys the protein that should come from this allele, leaving her only one allele, which isn't enough dose. She needs the protein from both.
Yes.
And this is what's causing her disease.
Protein is very, very, very important for us humans. There are people on here that have no scientific background. So I'm going to just go through what a splice site mutation is. So 15 to 30% of all rare diseases are caused by splice site mutations, and half of those are caused by a splice site mutation with a single mutation. Am I right? Now,
you are correct.
This 15% of all rare diseases can be cured. Okay, and these are the people that are turned away and told there's no treatment and no cure. How can they be cured? ASOs. So this is the rare disease cure revolution. Okay, so it's starting, and there are people, Rodney and Dr. Laura Croft yesterday, and Ethan from Curetopia, and we're here to change that. So this is super exciting. And looking at Sasha's mutation, then seeing how it skips and the lack of protein is like, yeah, it's frightening, but there's hope because we can change that. So,
well, and Sasha is as unique as her single base pair mutation right here in the middle. And again, I was shocked. First thing I saw was it's the same amino acid. It's the same. It should make the same exact protein. It just causes a mess. Not what we expected. Again, it just demonstrates that there's more that we don't know than what we actually do know. So what that means is, as we figure out this mutation in Sasha, and as we figure out which one of these sequences works the best, we will feed that back in to our algorithm that picked these out to begin with, and say this one worked, this one didn't, this one didn't, this one didn't. And the next time, instead of picking 20, maybe we only have to pick 5. Picking 5 means that it's less expensive, it's faster. It's an exciting future. So when I say that this drug will only help Sasha, what we learn in making this drug will bless multiple children with potentially similar mutations.
And like I look at Sash and I just think, you've got no idea how many people in this world you're going to help. And she is a total, I keep this photo here with me. I show it on every stream, guys. Sorry. I'm obsessed with her, but she's everything. And that's why I'm fighting so hard. But she's got no idea that she's a pioneer and helping people. And, you know, this is just what I love about life, because you're thrown these incredibly terrible situations and you can either, you know, crumble and go through wallowing and grief, or you can just do it and you can grab the bull by the horns and get something and learn new skills and build something bigger than yourself. And, you know, like I was saying, it's not just about Sasha. So what we learn, Rodney, we're going to help more kids, a lot more.
Well, and it is so much fun to get behind Casey, and as Casey introduces us to Ethan and other families, and it is so much fun. It is such an amazing sense of purpose to involve ourselves with Nadine, you and David's mission to save Sasha. This is not a job. This is a mission.
Yeah, and this is 100%. So, like, this, raising the funds for this, yes, I launched it on pump.fun, which is for meme coins. But this isn't a meme coin. This is a mission coin. And we're on a mission. This isn't a cat meowing and that's what you're buying. You're buying the future of my daughter and of other kids. And that's what the difference is here. And yeah, the mission that we have, Rodney and Ethan and Molecular, of changing the landscape of personalized treatments and cures is an endless opportunity to save lives and adults, children, to just make the world better. So I just want to say thank you to all of you for being in that realm with me, and for me being able to be in your realm. And yeah, I just want to ask Ethan from Curetopia, because there might be people watching this that aren't familiar with Curetopia. Do you want to just give a little word about what Curetopia stands for?
Sure. I've just been following the price of Sasha. It's at 197, so it's touching 200 again. So it started to go up when you started this. So you're doing something right every time you do this. I think you still have, let's see, 536 holders. So you still have these weak hands, these crybabies, you know, the people who have the least amount of money at stake cry the loudest, scream the loudest when they lose money. But we still have 536 holders. That's really strong. You know, my guess is there's still a few dozen folks out there that are, you know, that put in $50 and, you know, they had they were at $250, you know, when it peaked, and now they're back at like, you know, 350, and they're like, oh, you know, when do I sell? Is it going back? Like, that's what's playing out in the chart right now. But you look at the holders, the top holders, they just aren't going anywhere. And then you have people like Dr. Ponzi, who's now dropping comments in here. He's taken this on his back. This is someone who represents the traditional science world, the traditional biotech world, but went crypto too, and so he kind of relate to your going crypto, and he's like pounding the table here. So you got a lot of people like him who are just holding, right? So this is the whole thing. This meme coin should have died within hours of launching, and the fact that it doesn't die is starting to get people's attention because it's 8 days old, and now we have Christmas around the corner. So I think this is exactly where we want to be, and this stream itself is not going to tip the scales, but it's going to keep this passionate Cure Army on their toes and keep them fighting for you. And all it's like finding another Abigail or finding another jelly connection, and then this is what will make it explode.
Yeah, I mean, on that note, when I launched this coin, and Ethan was watching, when I launched this coin, the community that rallied around me on X to give me, the degen community in the trenches, to give me advice and to help me just navigate this world. I actually launched it without having a DEX, and I didn't even know what DEX was. And someone helped me do that. And it was just the community that we have now. It's like an army behind saving Sasha. And I've never experienced that really before on any other platform. And this is why I believe, because the messages I get, finally there's a coin with meaning. Finally, we can do something good with our crypto, and we can introduce a whole new world of crypto, and this can be replicated for other families. This isn't just me. There are families out there just as desperate as I am, and for some reason, yes, I did this, but it doesn't make me any more special than those other families. So once we get this done, this is going to be a revolution of cure coins, and everyone benefits. Kids get cured, the crypto guys are in it, the degen world are involved. So I'm really excited about the future of cure coins, to tell you the truth. It's going to be great.
I mean, we have almost 200 people watching this. Obviously,
that's crazy. I don't even want to know. Yeah, like stage fright. But hi, guys.
You're gonna have to download this video for me, send it to me, and I'll have my team clip it so that there's tons of clips that we can make from here. You can see what Dr. Ponzi's saying here. This will make good material we can reuse the next day or two.
I don't know if I can invite comments in, if people have a question for Rodney or for Ethan or Molecular. This is the second time I'm using StreamYard, so bear with me. But if there is a way, can people come ask questions here? Ethan?
Ethan, you're
muted. Make me a co-host, I can help.
Oh, yeah.
But honestly, I think at some point, it's better use of the time to just you should start a pump fund stream, and maybe I'll start a simultaneous one on.
You know what? I'm going to start one right now, guys, whilst we're on this.
Yeah, why don't you? Yeah, you can even it's super meta, stream of a stream. Just get on pump and then pump from stream this into pump, and then eventually get into. I actually saw this one little punk who had 5 windows open, 3 devices, and was just sending out messages on this platform, streaming from that one. It's just there's a whole console.
Wild. It's the Wild West. I've never seen anything like it. It's really cool, but
it's crazy. Pretty cool.
Here we go. Yeah, no.
But yeah, we got some momentum here. The price is moving. We're getting people's attention. I would say, Rodney, thank you for explaining the science. Honestly, it's over their heads. They don't care. They just want to know that we've got a crack team, and everyone here is a professional, which we keep showing every day as professionals.
It was, very interesting launching the coin, because this has never really been done before, raising money for rare disease through crypto like this, a cure for a child. And a lot of people were like, she's not real, and no. And instead of me replying to the hate to them, I just kind of got on screen and I was like, you want to see real? My daughter who has childhood dementia, this is real. And, you know, that kind of, the more I was showing up, hi everyone, I am live streaming at the moment with Dr. Rodney Bowling, Ethan from Curetopia, Molecular. You can all see that this is a real team of people curing Sasha from childhood dementia.
So Nadine, specifically, I have Sasha's cell line. I took stem cells from Sasha and made neurons.
Can you show us, Rodney? Just pull up a picture on a PowerPoint. No one, they're just like, their eyes are going to glaze over. These people need to see pretty pictures.
What Rodney's saying is that he has Sasha's actual cells there that he can show you, if anyone's skeptical.
Any cell truthers out there? No.
Oh my goodness. Like, come on, what else can I do, guys? Like, I don't know. Do you want to see me change my 8-year-old girl's nappy?
Actually, honestly, that would shut them up about their trust issues and like complaining about, you know, oh, you got to lock the token. Oh, how about you come over here and change the diaper, smarty pants?
Why don't you try that? And while she's trying to stuff her hands down a poo nappy because of sensory issues. So, you know, hashtag real rare life right here and launching a coin. Don't ask how I'm surviving. I actually, yeah, I'm scraping, but I'm doing it. Rodney, go on.
Give me just
it's a live show, Rodney. It's like Saturday Night Live. We are just got to fill in the gaps. We've got to make it happen.
So great. So Rodney, for anyone on this Pump Live, Rodney is the chief scientist at TCAR RareLabs in Austin, Texas, and major part and an integral part of the Saving Sasha global scientific team. We have teams that work collaboratively, but in tandem to get the fastest results possible. So Rodney represents the Austin, Texas team. And we're just here. This stream yesterday with Dr. Laura Croft was also amazing. She took us into the lab. For anyone that hasn't seen that, hop onto my X profile and check out that StreamYard, because she looked at the 5 ASO candidates and how, you know, the neurons are all talking to each other differently for the different candidates. And you could see on one of them that like little lightning strikes between the neurons, which was super exciting for me.
Maybe turn your phone so it picks up it's like the screen, so you're in landscape mode. Just turn your phone. Turn your hand. Turn it.
Oh, it's in my hand. Sorry, guys. I'm just learning about all this.
That's the other way. That's upside down. You're in Australia, but I know you're not upside down.
Wait, is that good? Got that?
Then you can kind of pull in. When he pulls up, come on, Rodney, you got to hit your mark. It's live television.
I've got it.
All right, Nadine, you got to multitask. Either make me co-host, or you got to bring up you got to pull up his screen share as a guest in the.
Guys, hold on for 1 second.
On StreamYard. Yeah.
I'm going to make Ethan co-host, and I wanted to do that, but then my attention span went down. So how do I make you co-host on here, Ethan?
Actually, I don't know. I think there's a way to click on my profile. I'm in as a participant. I think you can make me an co-host.
No, I can only kick you from the studio or ban you.
Never mind. All right. Well, screw it. Just add Rodney's screen share as a guest, and then just turn that phone again so you can zoom in on it. Oh yeah, there we go.
All right. So what we have here, these are inducible pluripotent stem cells. These are stem cells made from Sasha. These stem cells have her mutation in SLC6A1. That's a gene that's necessary to have healthy nerves in the brain. To test our ASO, we needed to have Sasha's cell lines. We needed to have Sasha's nerves. So we made these GABAergic neurons. These are neurons. You can see how they connect one to the next. and they communicate back and forth with each other. These neurons, we will give our ASO, and
hold on. That's my brother. That's my brother calling. Shut up, Sol. Yeah, sorry.
No worries. The ASO will correct the splice site and restore the protein to function. And we have a test that will allow us to see that in these neurons and allow us to find which of these 20 is the best. It works the best and is the best case. So what I'm telling you is I have stem cells from Sasha. We have differentiated those stem cells into a little piece of Sasha's neurons, and we are testing our ASO in Sasha's neurons.
Amazing. Yes. And that is what precision medicine is all about, is that we are able to test for an individual. With N of 1, we have brain organoids that are grown for Sasha. We are testing in her actual brain cells. And it's not the same as testing in these large clinical trials where you don't know if you're getting on-target effects or off-target effects per individual. With Sasha's cure, with her treatment, we are actually testing on her brain, on her cells, so that the accuracy is so much better than not a personalized medicine.
I keep doing what you're doing, Nadine. We're at 199,000 market cap. This is where we hit resistance last time.
So this stream with Dr. Rodney Bowling from TCAR.
This is working. Multiple streams. You got to be on pump no matter what.
Be on multiple streams at a time, and that's what we're doing.
Just pump from your phone. You can pump stream from the phone, which is perfect. It has a cool vibe. It has a cooler, like, it's really happening now vibe.
I don't even, Ethan, I don't think I've ever streamed not from my phone this whole time.
All right, well, now you got the desktop. Here we go. Yeah.
This is blowing me away that there are so many people out there that care about Sasha, that there's so many people that are on this mission with us. This is incredible.
Yeah, let's see. We got
254
people in the stream watching now, which is cool.
Isn't it mind-blowing, Rodney? And this is what I'm saying about the crypto world.
Come on, D-Gens. Come on, Trenchers. Let's punch through 200 here. Let's go.
This is what I'm saying about the crypto world and the rare disease world. Like, these are people that care about children's lives and rare disease, and they've not been given an opportunity to use their crypto for good. It's almost kind of like, what? Like, how's that?
It's this crying shame. We're
happened before. Like, how? I don't understand.
I'm in for a Christmas miracle. Let's go.
Let's go.
Oh my gosh. Let's get Sasha a Christmas miracle, guys. This is going to just be the best.
Yeah, Ponzi's right. Always stream on Pump Fund and X simultaneously. So actually, next time we'll do Pump and X. But live, the StreamYard's good too if we want to have like people screen share and stuff. But interesting.
This is so much fun for me because this is how my brain works. I love having 2 streams at a time. My brain is very busy all the time, especially when you have a rare disease kid. You've got to be able to do multiple things at the same time. So Rodney, I do have another question for you. And the question is, like, knowing Sasha, her regression, and the, her mutation, and the tests that we've run so far, when she does receive her cure, her treatment, what does success look like in your mind for Sasha?
Well, first and foremost, I hope that we stop all regression. We stop the slide.
Yes, that's my dream.
Nadine, all I have is hope. Science this hasn't been done before. The science in front of us, I can't say that we're going to restore her to normal. That would be a lie.
Mm-hmm.
What I can say is I very much have every hope that we stop all further regression, that we add the protein, the necessary protein, back to her neurons, and that the neurons, she's a child. I've seen people with great big holes blown in their brain in war come back and teach themselves to walk again. Sasha's a child. I have every hope that, again, this is hope. I have every hope that her brain heals itself and that she's able to relearn and that she's able to live a very different life than what she's living now.
That is so in life, there are things that drive people. For me, what drives me is fear. And that fear is that when I die, Sasha will be in this world and not be able to be safe and not be able to use the toilet and not be able to tell someone if she's been harmed, if she's hungry, or if she needs something. And so for me, success looks like her being able to communicate, those basic needs and use the toilet.
There we go. We're creeping up over 200,000 market cap. Let's keep going, D-Gens.
I think it's like, so when I ask about what success looks like with scientists and with parents, the scientists always want to keep the hope, like the bar low, because there is no, like, you can't say that she's never going to be a pilot. That's not my goal. My goal is for her to not have childhood dementia, so to stop regression, because the regression is every day and it takes and it takes and it takes. And the older she gets, she will be in an adult's body with an infantile mind and not being able to talk. And for anyone that's seen Sasha, she's very cute and she's beautiful. I can't leave her in this world so defenseless. So fear drives me. And that is my goal in life, to get Sasha safe in this world. And this ASO N of 1 that Rodney is such a big part of developing is going to change Sasha's future. It's going to change our family's future. And it's going to change the future of many, many, many other children who are told that there's no treatment and no cure. Sasha's just the first, okay? She's not the last. And this isn't going to stop with her. So this cure coin that we're creating with Sasha, the dollar Sasha coin, I don't know the terminology, but Sasha coin, this is a longevity coin for cures. Okay, so whatever comes out of this, once we have enough for Sasha, is going to help other children. And beside that, more cure coins are going to launch, right? We just have to get this one through the door. We have to get this one done and create a whole new culture within crypto with people who are behind those crypto accounts that have hearts, that want to do good with their crypto, but have no option at the moment. So we're going to give them that option where everyone wins. And they can.
So Nadine, I got an early Christmas present this year. Another child with a very different disease who is receiving a treatment that we found for her. I got a text from her father saying that she's stopped her regression, that she has regained balance. She has regained some coordination, that her eyes had swollen up to the point where she had to have glasses. She no longer needs the glasses to see. Last year, the dad called me crying that his daughter had lost the ability to sing. And this year he told me that she's singing again. And all I could do was weep. All I could do was weep.
Amazing. This is like my dream, to be able to call Rodney and tell him that what he created has changed Sasha's life and our life. Sorry, I can barely talk, Rodney, but like that gives me so much more motivation, you know, because these treatments work. This is not an if or a but, you know. These parents, the parent that got in touch with Rodney, that's real. That parent was in a situation where he was losing the child was losing abilities.
His daughter was slowly dying, and
dying. I mean,
what we're seeing is that's stopped. That stopped. That every indication, the biomarkers that say that it stopped. So in her case, there are 5,000 kids with that particular disease in the United States, probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 50,000 kids in the world, that the drug that we found for her, it stops the disease.
It's just the most amazing thing. And this science exists. You know, it's not just like, oh, it exists just for that parent. No, it exists. So the children out there and the families who are getting this horrendous news on a daily basis, you know, throughout the hospital system, that their children can't be cured, can't be treated. You have to go home, make them as comfortable as possible, right?
Hey, Nadine, just pull up my screen.
This is what they're told. It's not true.
All right, 203,000. We've been marching up in the last hour or so.
So Nadine, how different would it have been if the doctor had said, you know what, your daughter has this mutation and there is a therapy for her? How much different would that have been?
Bring it back, sorry.
How different would it have been?
If there was a therapy that was ready to go for your daughter.
Oh my goodness. Our whole world has been different. Our whole world. You know, the grief of hearing there's no treatment and no cure. I ended up, you know, and you're caring. It's not like you're, you know, a carefree married couple with no child. You've got a child with high care needs that needs you 24/7, and you don't have time to process the full grief. So it culminates physically. I ended up in hospital. I lost my part of my hearing in my right ear. I was sick. I didn't realize I was sick at one point, and I got this infection behind the skull bone behind my ear. You know, it's the hearing that there's no treatment and no cure for your child, and then having to go and source your own team of scientists. I mean, we were parents, and then find out that you have to raise all the money for it, which is millions of dollars, which is why the Sasha coin exists, is enough to break you. So Rodney, and the answer to your question is, I'm trying to see if I can see you, is if we had been told at that point that there was a treatment in place or a way to get a treatment, so not even a treatment, but if a doctor had said to us, you know what, there's no treatment or cure yet, but I have an idea and I can plug you into the right people and you can explore that. That would have been everything. That would have changed everything, because rare disease parents like us, we live for hope. We cannot lose hope. As soon as you lose hope, your whole world can crumble. So it's a gift. And when these parents, and I get parents contacting me on LinkedIn and other things regularly who have the same experience as us. And as soon as I tell them, and I get on the phone with them and they're weeping, they're like a week after diagnosis, and I say to them, you know what, send me the mutation. I'm going to flick it through to Rodney. I'm going to see if this is compatible with an ASO. Don't panic. Don't believe the doctors. Well, let's explore every avenue. They're life changers. I don't know who's calling me. Sorry, it's my mother.
This is live television, folks.
Yeah, it's live television.
Well, Nadine, it's my honor and my privilege to be part of your hope.
Thank you. I can't film this. Thank you. Rodney, I appreciate that, and I appreciate it more than you know. And then the day that Sasha the day she receives her treatment is going to be one of the greatest days. And then 2 or 3 months after she receives her first dose, you will be here. You know, you're going to see it. And when you see it, it's going to be a miracle.
I'm going to have to pop off in a few minutes, unfortunately, but I think this experiment worked, Nadine. Like, definitely every time got to do X and pump fun at the same time. And not many people are watching in the pump feed, but that doesn't matter. There's 350 people watching on the stream, which is great. And then those people will know what's going on. So I think this is practice for the next day or two.
That's incredible that 350 people want to show up to listen to me.
You should start a podcast, Rodney. There's a future for you in the podcast.
Fun, guys. Thank you. It doesn't surprise me, Rodney, because you're the man and you're in the house. When I said Rodney's going to be in the house, you know, people want to see. People want to see for themselves. They want to hear it from the horse's mouth. They want to know that what they're investing in is the real deal. And now you've seen it.
Well, I repeat, Sasha is real. Her cells are real. And our work to find a treatment for her is real. All of this is real. And I can't thank you enough for all of those of you who are pumping this and building this and on this mission with us. Thank you for all that you're doing.
It's just amazing. This community is, and you know, I think that, like, when I look at from the day that I launched the coin, the community, how they rallied around us, you know, not us, me. I did this by myself, and so I was freaked out. Now I say us because I've got, like, I feel like I've got a troop behind me. I've got a community that care and that are on this mission with me, which is just amazing. You know.
Oh, Benji's on stage. Bring him up.
Yeah. Benjol. No, he's here. I've done it.
Okay. I don't see him. Oh, I see him. There he is.
I'm hiding behind the comment.
So good
get rid of the comment. Damn it. Sorry.
We're good to have you here. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you.
Well, thanks for having me. I don't want to interrupt you. We're just going on an incredible storytelling session.
We're in 57 minutes deep into this stream with Dr. Rodney Bowling from Texas TCAR RareLabs, the chief scientist working on Sasha's case. And he's run through, you'll have to rewatch it.
Oh, I will.
Dude, Benji, she is cleaning up. Look at this. She was doing a live stream of Pump Fun on the phone while doing this thing. And like, just, it's like everyone's
She don't stop. She doesn't stop.
Yeah, I mean, I won't stop. This is the thing. I think, like, I mean, for any parent out there that's going to be watching this, what would you do to save your child's life? What would you do? I'm sure that every single one of you would do what I'm doing right now. You would fight, you would do anything. I haven't slept, guys, properly since the launch, which is like 8 days ago. You know, you would do absolutely anything, and I won't give up. And I know that this coin will work. I just know it because I hear all the time. I can't even check all my X inbox properly because it's just flooded with messages of hope and messages of I'm holding, and just, it's, you know, we will get there. And I know that we have big eyes on us.
By the way, Nadine, Jelly is doing their thing. They keep reposting. So you know,
so for anyone that doesn't know, I held a space. So I've been holding spaces, a lot of spaces, since the launch, because I knew that people would want to know this is real. Held a space, not yesterday, the day before, and the first person to pop in was this abs person. And so her and I
apologize, guys. I got to tag out, but I'll be back for more of these. But I got to tag out for now. But good to see you, Rodney Molecular.
Ethan, good to see you.
But yeah, keep going, Nadine. You're doing it right. Keep pumping.
Bye. See you later. And this is Abigail. She said, I'm Abigail. Have you heard of jelly? Now, I'd never heard of jelly before. I was like, what's jelly? I went on. She's like, listen, I'm inviting you to come and join our streaming platform. And Ikram is also, he's also interested. And for anyone that doesn't know, Ikram is an incredible human being and very kind. And we have Jelly now supporting the Saving Sasha mission. So Rodney, you won't know who they are, but put it this way, you space and space and space, so you just hope that someone like this comes in and has a heart and wants to help the mission and wants to save your child with you. So thank you to the Jelly team for just being there and giving me opportunities, reposting. It's a gift. It's a gift.
I don't know if you realize what you're doing here. You are you're cutting a path. You're cutting a path and ground that's not been cut before. And I imagine it's very difficult at times. And I imagine as a parent, it's very difficult to struggle.
It's not the first time for me. I was told there was no cure and no treatment for Sasha, right? Now that is the hardest path to cut. This just excites me. I'm not finding this hard. I find it exciting. I find it so, like, it is hard. I mean, I'm not getting any sleep, and my memory isn't that great. So the first, it's like I've learned a new language with all the degen chat, which I love. It's like really, I love it. But my brain's exploding with information, so it is hard in that sense. But this is exciting for me.
These are the birth pains of personalized medicine. This is how personalized medicine comes into this world, is one Sasha, one Rosie, one Melinda at a time.
Yeah. I mean, it's like when people say, it's like I always say to people, do you really think that the first time someone had an artificial limb put on, they knew that it was gonna, everything has to be a first for everything in the medical world, right? So this is absolutely no different to the first time someone received open heart surgery, the first time a liver transplant, anything. It's exactly the same. It's just people have this idea that there's like a helplessness behind designing cures and treatments, but there isn't. There's an actual science, and and it's working. So why
Where
not?
I hope that this goes is that tomorrow, if possible, but a decade from now, that every child's genome is sequenced at birth, that we understand at birth what's going on.
Yes.
The difference between a treatment and a cure is how long it takes to develop. If we were able to sequence Sasha at birth and understand that she had this, it may have been possible to develop a treatment before she had her first symptom.
Yes.
And we could have saved your family from this entire mess.
Oh, yes. I've spoken at Sydney Children's Hospital Network to Dave, and I present there on our diagnostic odyssey and how the medical system totally stuffed up. And so I'm a huge advocate for optional. It has to be optional, because that's,
Sure. I'm not suggesting we violate people's privacy and sequence everyone.
No, like whole genome sequencing at birth, it's necessary. But there are ethic hoops that we need to jump through, which I'm working on as well on the side of this. So, but my hope and dream is that every child has a fair opportunity for healing, to receive treatment, to receive cure, to receive quality of life, no matter what disease they have, whether it's rare or nano-rare or part of a really large group. And at the moment, unfortunately, the ultra-rare and rare disease have been hidden out of shame, I would say, of society. And it's time that we come out of the dark and show society who we are and that we deserve cures as well. So it's we'll get there, and we're doing it. And Sasha's
the next thing that we're going to see. My father has Parkinson's disease, and we don't know what caused that and why he has it.
Yeah.
But there are any number of reasons. He's an adult. He's had surgeries. He's had type 2 diabetes. He's had some alcohol in his life. He was struck by a rattlesnake. Any number of these things could have affected his Parkinson's disease.
Yeah, and
so
we need to look at helping these people as well.
We don't know what causes Parkinson's disease in these adults, but if you come and look at Sasha and you look at her dementia, none of these things that are true in my father are true in her. We have the ability to learn so much. We know what's causing her dementia. By fixing her dementia, my goodness, and by fixing a collection of these, how much do we learn that will affect the broader population and bring this back to population medicine to help the geriatrics that are experiencing dementia in a huge way. So again, there are so many reasons to get behind healing
100%.
Sasha.
Speaking on that, Rodney, my mum, so a year ago, my mum moved into a high care dementia ward. She has Lewy body dementia.
Right.
Is Parkinson's dementia, basically.
Uh-huh.
Now, she's moving into the late stages now, and I was her primary caregiver before that. So I sit with her and I think, I can't help you. I can't cure you. But what I can do is look into curing dementia in general.
Would it surprise you to know that there's an ASO that is being worked on right now that would work on your mother?
I don't know.
So Lewy body dementia is a lysosomal storage disease. It's caused by an accumulation of protein in the brain. An ASO can turn off the production of that protein and stop the accumulation of that lysosomal, of that mess in the cells. Dementia is a big, complicated word that means the neuron is unhappy. The neuron typically it accumulates waste of some kind. It doesn't like that. The neuron dies. And when that neuron dies, you lose the ability to coordinate your hand. You lose the ability and you start to speak more like me to scientists who can't make intelligible sentences.
I do.
You lose the ability to see. You hallucinate. You lose the ability to think.
Rodney, I've often wondered if Sasha is hallucinating at times.
It's possible.
Because I just watch her sometimes. And so that when she does that, when I feel like she's looking at something or someone in front of her and she's like, I think that's like, even drives me harder to get this cure as fast as possible and to raise the money that we need to pay for the safety and toxicology. Like it's just a ridiculous amount. When we received those quotes, from when we sent the RFPs out and received the quotes back from these laboratories, it blew my mind because the families that need these cures, we don't have that money. And to know that it's just money standing in the way of your child's future and life is
and it's rats. It's rats, literally four-legged rats with tails. Now they're genetically perfect rats and they're healthy rats and they've never seen the outside world. They are as healthy as a rat can be, but still what you're paying for is science to be done on rats. Now then, at this point, it's necessary. It's necessary because I don't want to be the one that says, hey, I have this miracle cure that's never been tested on anything else. I want to go stick this into your child's brain.
We can't anyway. So I'll just explain to anyone that's watching that isn't a scientist. We are at the stage now in the development pipeline where Sasha's cure will be discovered very, very soon, like imminently. And once we are told that the ASO candidate is ready, we need to send that off for safety and toxicology. Not only to, yes, we have to make sure it's safe. I'm not giving my child anything that's not safe, but it has to reach FDA standards. We have to go through an ethics board at Sydney Children's Hospital Network to have it approved. Because this has never been done before, Sasha's the first in the world beside one. There is a mum who I know personally, and I'm not going to talk about her, but this is also for her. That was 10 years ago. This is a huge milestone in genetic therapy and treatment. And we need to get this passed, right? Because once this passes, then future N of 1 ASOs will have an easier time getting passed, right? We need to do this.
Again, you're cutting ground.
$1.2 million safety toxicology testing. And we are covering all bases here because we can't risk losing time. Sasha doesn't have time. She's 8.5 years old. She was diagnosed at 7. And in 1.5 years, we got our stuff together. We put together a global team. The cure is about to be found. And we need to hit the ground running with safety and toxicology before it's too late. So that is why the Sasha coin exists. It is solely there to save Sasha's future. We own 0.39 of a token. We barely anything, and we are relying on creator rewards to raise the $1.2 million. So it is about the humanity and the crypto world coming together and making this happen and creating a miracle for our family so that we can actually do the toxicology, because there is no way for me to raise this kind of money otherwise in the real world. You know, there are philanthropists out there, but you know, it's incredibly hard to get them to donate to anything that is out of breaking ground. So this is why we're here. Sorry, I'm just a desperate mom.
Well, and Nadine, this sounds like science fiction, but this is reality. This is, again, I have cells from Sasha. I have stem cells made from Sasha. I've made neurons that grow in a dish to emulate Sasha's disease.
Yeah.
And using Sasha's cells, I will find a treatment for Sasha.
Thank you. Thank you.
This is reality. This is real. It couldn't be any more real than helping a family help their daughter.
Thank you. And we'll see what this brings. But we will cure her and we will help her. And I tell her that because I see how trapped she is. She gets so frustrated. She can't, she just screams or she pulls my hair. And I tell her, Mommy and Daddy, we're working on it. We're going to cure you. You're going to talk again. You're going to be okay. We've got you. And
I'm laughing because I'm thinking of the argument I just had with my 16-year-old daughter and our inability to communicate because she's 16 and I'm not, and how that just dwarfs in reality.
Love to have Sasha yell at me. I don't care what she says to me. I don't care what her words are, but I just would love to have that opportunity that you just explained. And I think that just puts it into perspective. Like, I know everyone's got their own life and it's so hard to relate to. It's so hard because you can't really understand until you're in our situation. But my dream is that I have an argument with Sasha. My dream is that she has a perspective on life that is different to mine and I can talk to her about it. That's it. That's what I want. I need my girl back. I just want to get her back. I'm sorry. Thank you for joining. But yeah, I think we just need to keep going. We need to fight. We need to not give up and get it done. And this is the whole journey of of the seedling of getting Sasha's diagnosis to where we are here, where Sasha's cure is about to be discovered, and then embarking on, and we're choosing a laboratory based on speed, as well as money. But there are some, it's $1.2 million US, and there are labs that would take many more weeks than some others. So that's all been factored in. We need to get this done as safe as possible, as fast as possible, so that Sasha's childhood dementia stops taking from her and she can stop regressing and start relearning those skills that she's lost. This is our whole goal, and we're not going to give up. And yes, a crypto coin for a cure is a bit unorthodox, but hey, why can't it be done? Everybody wins, and a child gets saved. So thank you very much.
Well, all of this is unorthodox. You were told to take your daughter home and make her comfortable. What world is that the right answer?
No, it's insane.
I apologize for my anger. That's just viscerally wrong.
It's so wrong. And it wasn't even we weren't even called into, it wasn't in an office. It was over the phone.
Oh, goodness.
We didn't have the luxury of getting a diagnosis when Sasha was an infant and having, a face-to-face with a genetic counselor. It was over the phone. She was 7. And the moment that we got off that phone call, it was, first of all, I don't want to offend any rare disease parents by saying it's a luxury to get a diagnosis, because that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, if we had Sasha diagnosed as an infant and it was a face-to-face conversation, perhaps it would have been easier for us to cope with in that moment. But so we got off the phone, and Dave and I it wasn't even a conversation. It was just an understanding, and we looked at each other, we're like, no, not our Sasha. That's not going to work. We knew her before she disappeared. We knew her before she lost all of her skills, and we're going to get them back. We're going to help her because she's trapped and she's being held hostage by this disease. And so we instantly started. It wasn't we spent no time. We spent no time. We wasted no time. And that's why we are here where we are today. And that's why we have people on our team like Rodney from TCAR, Dr. Laura Croft from the QUT team, Stanford Spark University representative, Professor Michael Wallach, Netta from TCAR, Professor Sue Fletcher from Murdoch University. These are all people that know that this cure can happen. You don't get people like that on your team unless they have conviction about this cure coming through. So I'm so grateful. And I know that Dave and I made that happen and we put that team together, but you people exist. And so without your existence, we wouldn't be here today. So thank you.
It's so easy to get behind a parent and help that parent push when that parent is like you, Nadine, that wants to save their child. It is so easy to get behind and follow your charisma.
Family. I mean, it's like family. We don't have the support from like family, helping with Sash, but one thing we do have is support from family scientists that are basically part of our family unit that are helping cure our child, which is unbelievable. I just want to say thank you. This has been an epic live stream. We have heard a lot from Dr. Rodney Bowling from TCAR RareLabs. And I just want to say thank you for taking the time out. And thank you for supporting Sasha's coin and showing the world that this is a real case of, trying to give a child a future and a family a future here. So thank you very much. And And
I'm honored that you would have me, and I am amazed at, again, I am amazed what parents will go through to save their children. And to all of you who are on this live stream watching me, again, I'm amazed, but I thank you all for all that you've done to build this coin to help Sasha. Thank you for being on this mission with us.
Restores your faith in humanity, really. I mean, that's...
And I wish you all a very Merry Christmas as we try to give Sasha this Christmas miracle.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining Molecular and Ben Jules.
Sending love, guys. That was incredible to witness. Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Bless you all. Merry Christmas. Let's make this miracle happen for our Sash. Bye, guys.
Bye, all.